abund bishmaya. Yitqadesh shmach. Titein malchutach. Teher otach. Echmad bishmaya. Ken af ber'a. Lachman de mer'a. Hablan yoma deyn umachra. Ushbaq chobayn. Echmad af shbaqlan chobayn. Ve'al ta'elan nisayona. Elad selan min bisha. Amen.
And welcome back to our exploration of the Lord's Prayer. So we've been looking at the fact that Jesus is speaking in Aramaic. He's speaking a language that is known to him in everyday life and living, and concepts that are part of his ordinary religious upbringing. He's not speaking in Greek, which is what many of our translations have used. So we're trying to go back to that original intention of Jesus when he spoke to the disciples in Aramaic. We looked at the first phrase, our Father, who art in heaven, and this idea that the understanding of the Father is that which brings security and strength and power and wisdom and guidance. And it's ours. It has no boundaries. It's not a biological boundary. It belongs to all, whether they claim it or not, whether they understand it or not. He is the Father to all. He is the one who, if they can understand it, if they can grasp it, will bring things together in a way that when they don't know him is not the same. He is not in heaven, but he is heaven. He is without the boundaries of the earth and the world in which we imagine ourselves to be. He is beyond the universe. He is that where his character pervades every aspect of what is created and what we seek to understand. And the art of the who art in heaven is his character. It's not his place. It's not that he remains there and we remain here. But he is the character of everything that we understand heaven to be, what we understand eternity to be. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, sacred be thy name. That name which I am called by self, because he is my Father. It's not just his name, it is my name. And I claim his name for my right to take hold of everything that he is and has. And that includes the sacredness of it, the distinctiveness of it, the incorruptibility of it. And now we come to another phrase, which I'm afraid gets a little bit more technical, because we get caught up in the idea of the Greek translation. So the word kingdom that we have in many of our understandings is actually not a word that they would have used in Aramaic for what the Greek said. It actually, in the Aramaic, It has a totally different concept. What they're talking about, they use the phrase tete malkutach. Tete malkutach. And it means the counsel of God. May the counsel of God be with me. May everything that consumes his mind and his heart, everything that he says, everything he thinks, the counsel of God, how he thinks and wishes to convey that to me, may that be mine. Thy kingdom come, thy counsel come to me. Thy heart that tells me how much I am loved and cared for, may that come to me. On earth as it is in heaven. Now, I'm not a fluent Arabic speaker, but it sounds something like this. Nehne sebikianak ekana bashmara af ba'arha. And what it is, it's trying to say that if the counsel of God comes to us, as our Father, he wants what the parent wants for his child. And he wants it in every way that a parent would wish for their child. We have 3 children, they're all grown up now. Our eldest is into his 30s. Our youngest is just 30, just gone, or just coming up. And so they're not young children anymore, but they're still my children, still our children. And we're still their parents, and I still feel for them as I have ever felt for them. I may not be needed in the same way as when they were so dependent, but I am still their father. I still want the very best for them. I could never imagine what life would have held for them if it had been my plan. One of our eldest is in the military, in the Navy. Our middle son, he is married, his own home. He's doing very well in computers and computer programming. And our daughter has just completed her master's in organizational psychology and is now looking at what she can do with that for the future. I would never have imagined that. But what did I want as a parent was I wanted that their lives could be full. Now, I've heard some people say that the desire of a parent is that their child be healthy, but that cannot always be. It cannot be about physicality. I know plenty of people who are parents to children who have had Down syndromes. In our own family, we have young children. My nephew's son has a disability from birth. I hear again and again of children being born, and there are disabilities and there are difficulties and there are challenges, some of them lifetime challenges. And what does the parent want for them? He would love for them just to have a life that is full and meaningful for them, whatever their circumstances. Whatever life has for them, I as their parent want it to be full. And therefore, what this passage is saying, on earth as it is in heaven, is that here is a father who I'm asking for the counsel of God to come to me in his heart, because I know that in the heart of the Father, he wants for me the very best of life. Sometimes we capture it in the word shalom, the Hebrew word shalom, that you may have life in all its fullness. That you can have something that's beyond physicality, it's beyond cognitive ability, it's beyond my work circumstances, it's beyond my earning capacity, it's beyond my educational achievements, but there is in every circumstance the ability of a parent to try and bring such love, such care, such meaningfulness to their child that goes beyond their boundaries of any physicality, goes beyond their boundaries of any circumstance, and loves them more than sufficient for their circumstances. And is that not what we're praying here? That the counsel of God would come to me to know how much he loves me, what it means to be his child, to have taken on his name because he is my Father. And then for God as my parent, as my Father, not biological, but Father in every sense of the word without the limitations of biology, that he would bring to me that which is beyond the boundaries of my merest humanity or my merest circumstances. And that he would come, and through knowing his love, as Jesus says in John 10:10, I have come that they may have life and have it more abundantly. We all have to deal with the challenges of our humanity, our physical humanity. I'd like to be 6'6". I'd like to be not as old as I am. I'd like to have a full head of hair. Maybe that's not taking into account some of the tragicness that some people have to deal with in their life, but as a measure, life can still be full, whatever my circumstances. And it's finding how life can be full and how life can be meaningful despite the circumstances. Sometimes I think that some people, it's because of their circumstances, they learn so much about how to love. They learn how much to be patient and to be kind because of those circumstances that they face day by day. I sometimes look and I'm thankful for our 3 children and their health and everything that has happened for them and how they're building their life constructively. And I look at some parents who've not had that. Their love just overflows as much as mine, if not beyond mine. That's what this line is talking about. Whatever the limitations of my earthly humanity, I am asking God's counsel to come and take me beyond that into the heavens that are without limits, into that which is beyond my merest humanity, and there to enjoy the fullness of all he has created me to be. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, because you are my Father. God bless you.
The